Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is my review of the newest collection or the newest release from Nomad Cosmetics, which is this. It's this palette and it's these lip glosses. Sweeties, we're going to talk in detail about all of this. This is of course the, sorry, making a lot of noise. This is the Fête de Provence palette, and of course also the lip glosses carry that name. Okay, that is what we're going to do today. I received this in PR from Nomad Cosmetics because I am on their PR list, and I'm so grateful that I can finally show you, because this has been a long time coming. And of course, maybe you have noticed I've been speaking about this release and sneak peeking it for quite some time. There have been some delivery issues, kinda, you know, so that is why the launch date has been pushed back a little bit. That is just the world we're living in. It's a bit unreliable these days, and by the time I'm filming this, or at the time I'm filming this, I really don't know yet actually the release date. So I'm kind of a bit in the dark, which is just what it is. Okay, so if there's any new information at launch date, I cannot possibly know that yet. Okay, just saying. Okay, sweetie, if you've just found me, I'm Leorah. I'm a makeup artist and stylist living for colorful makeup and colorful styling. Maybe you have noticed, so that is what you're getting here. Beyond that, of course, check out my channel for all the other videos, all the other content that I have, and of course also my social media, which is linked in the description box down below, so you can check me out there as well. There is something for styling, there's something for makeup, you know, so you can take your pick or just follow me everywhere. That would of course be awesome. Okay, sweeties, that is what it is. Subscribe and all the usual stuff. Beyond that, we want to just go into this collection because I think it's really pretty. It is such a nice, it gives me such a nice vibe, you know. So I did, I think, 5 looks. I think this is the 5th look. You're going to see all of them close up in pictures later on in the video, and of course also you're going to get the swatches. Also, by the time of the launch, I will have flat lace live on my Instagram and also on the Leorah Cosmetics Instagram. This is where I have the flat lace and the swatches and things like this. That is exclusively on the Leorah Cosmetics Instagram. Okay, sweeties, let us just dive into this. In case you don't know, Nomad Cosmetics, it's one of my most favorite brands. It's a long time love story already, you know, so that is what it is. It is of course a brand that has the whole theme of destination makeup. They're always picking a destination, and it's always a destination that they have visited themselves, and then they're creating a release around that. And I think that is such a cool approach, and that's what they did. So this time they picked the Provence, which is in France, and maybe you've been there. I have actually spent about a month as an exchange student in France, and not in the Provence. I was in Nîmes, which is in southern France, and that was also really nice, but I know the Provence, and this is how the palette looks. Okay, sweeties, this is a very romantic palette, if you ask me. It is super sweet. What kind of feelings does it bring up in me is a warm evening, a romantic evening, long walks through lavender fields, and I don't know, like soft music in the background. This is of course, here you can see the outside packaging. The sleeve looks exactly the same, just saying, okay? And also the packaging, I'm just going to show you. This is just the empty sleeve here, and then also the packaging for the lip glosses. It's basically in the same style. All right, so that is what it is. Okay, sweeties, I'm so glad that I got to try this. It is of course the normal, very nice formula of Nomad Cosmetics. I can only say that with like my whole heart, because I just feel that they're rocking it. And that is just what I feel, okay? But you try yourself. And of course, this is the color scheme. I'm going to go more into this, of course, in the review part, but first I want to show you the looks that I've created with this palette. sweeties, now you have seen all the looks and you also have seen the swatches with this palette. Now I want to start with these, honestly, because why not? Let's just also swatch those while we are talking about them, because they're actually really, really nice. And maybe you know, in case you are not like completely new here, maybe you know that I do always suffer from bleeding when it comes to glosses. So I was kind of like catching my breath when I saw what I got here in this collection, and I was like, I hope this is gonna work out. And it did. You know, these do not bleed on me. That is really, really nice. You can also build them up, or you can have them a little bit more sheer, but of course it's glosses. It's not going to be like a liquid lipstick, okay? So, but they're really, really nice. They don't have any taste. They don't have any scent or any smell, which is, I guess, also important for a lot of people. For me, it's not that crucial, but that is, of course, you know, depends on your taste. They are sparkly and they are sweet, and of course you do get different colors here. The first one that I showed you was a bit of a rosé color, or like a, yeah, I want to say rosé color. This one here has a bit of a more lavender sheen to it. I hope you can see this on camera. I never know. Okay, and then we have a bit of a more stronger pinkish one, which is also really, really cute. But don't forget, like when you see this here in the component, this is not what you're getting on your lips, okay? Just never forget that, because it's glosses. But I think you can anyway see that you do get actually nice color payoff anyway, even though it's just glosses, okay? And I'm not saying just glosses because I don't like glosses. I used to not like them, but I'm getting more into it. You know, it is just, for me, it's always, does it bleed, does it not? If it bleeds, it's not for me. If it doesn't, then it's good. So these actually do not bleed. Okay, this is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the most gentle one, I want to say. This is a bit of I don't know, a corally pinkish color, very, very soft, with a golden sheen, which is super, super sweet. So this kind of blends into my skin tone, I want to say. But this is how they look, just so you have a bit of an impression. I hope you can see something. Okay, sweeties, that is what it is. I am super, super happy with those. That was a total win for me, you know, because again, if it bleeds, it's a problem for me, and most of all lip glosses that I have do bleed on me, and that is just so, so annoying. And it's just finding the right formula for me, you know, because of fine lines and stuff. So, but these worked on me absolutely. So this is really, really good. Okay, sweeties, then let's talk about the palette. The palette, of course, looks like this. I showed you already in the beginning of the video, and then the back looks like this. The ingredients are on the sleeve. They're very, very small. They're just here on the side of the sleeve. Okay, beyond that, of course, here on the sleeve you do have the typical explanation. They usually do that they give you a bit of an explanation on the theme, and also like the whole location, and also on the shades in the palette. So you do have 10 mattes in this palette, and you do have 5 shimmers in the palette. I'm also going to show you, of course, here. So the whole top row is basically a row of pastels, which is mattes, and then the bottom row is, of course, a darker row of like kind of corresponding shades, and in the middle you do have the corresponding shimmers. I think if I tell you which is my most favorite shade, and I'm also wearing it today, is actually this one. I am so in love with this shade. This one and this one and this one, these three here are a little bit more sparkly shimmers, and I really, really love those. These are also really, really nice. All of them are super opaque and buildable and everything super fine. They pick up nicely on the brush, everything fine. But this one kind of really, really hit home with me. I'm just so in love with this one. I have it on my lid today, and I just think they're brilliant. And the more sparkly they are, that is just like my personal taste. I think that is so, so pretty, and I hope it will come across also, or it will have come across like that also in the swatches. As of right now, when I'm filming this, I have no idea how they look on camera, but that is at least my experience, that these three are a little bit more sparkly. Not in the sense of that there is glitter in it, because there's not. It is just they have like this extra romantic sparkle, like you just fell in love, you know. That is the kind of sparkle that is in those, and that's really, really nice. Okay, now speaking about those shades here, the mattes, I have to say that of course you see the column theme here, and that is of course super, super helpful for a lot of people. I think that they did super, super well with the dark mattes this time around, because you know that sometimes I'm missing a bit of like depth and oomph in the Nomad palettes, but here they delivered absolutely. It's super, super beautiful while still remaining in this soft romantic vacation summer evening vibe, you know? And that is kind of really, really brilliant to be able to combine two kind of opposing feelings, you know? The strong thing and then also the soft thing. It's, I think, really, really well incorporated in this palette. So I think also performance-wise, it was super, super nice. They were buildable, blendable, everything fine. I did not have any problems with staining, and I did not have any problems with separating or fading or any of these things. I did use, I do believe, I don't want to say something wrong now, but I think I used for all of the looks the primer from Beauty Bay, which is becoming one of my most favorite primers, I have to say. It's just such a cool primer, and it is so, so affordable, which is amazing. Okay, now for today's look, I just want to quickly throw that in because we have the time, so I'm going to do that. I started out with this shade and then I blended it out with this one. On my lid, as I already told you, I have this one, so that is kind of really, really standard. I went with this color scheme, but I also have a reason, because I know this is not the most spectacular look that I've ever done, but I do have an event today that I have to go to, and I did not want to be like super, I don't know, out of place, kind of, you know? So for that event, I kind of chose a little bit more of a subdued look. Okay, then in the inner corner, I have this one, and then on my lower lash line, I do have a purple, a light purple on my waterline, and then underneath, I have this one here at the inner 2/3, I want to say, and then blended it out with this one towards the outside, you know? So that is basically what I did. And I also want to point out something else, because I actually added something to the look. I don't know if you can see it, that I have here on the top of my crease, I do have a bit of sparkle, and also in my inner corners, I do have sparkle. So I used 2 shades of the, let's see what it's called, the Iridescent Blur Bundle from the Beauty Bar Cosmetics. Okay, so this is number 3 and this is number 4. These 2 shades. One of them that I have up here is a little bit more like golden, and then the one that I have in the inner corner is a little bit more like a salmon color, kind of a flaky shade. So it's the first time actually that I've used them successfully. That sounds so bad. It has nothing to do with the performance of the flakes or of the pigments. It is just that I'm incredibly inexperienced using stuff like this, and you need to kind of practice it a little bit in order to get better results, and I'm kind of in the process of doing that. So I'm definitely going to feature that brand more once I have tried it more and once I've been more satisfied, because I've used some of those shades before, because there is a bundle of I think 5 or 6, and I've used some of them before and I was not happy, but it turns out that it was me, because I will talk about it in a separate video. But just saying that I'm also starting to work with those, and special thanks to Gina, who is one of my followers, and she also has been super, super helpful to me on Instagram and giving me advice how to use those, because seriously, I know it's a shame that a professional makeup artist doesn't know how to do this, but sweeties, never tried to really seriously use stuff like this, and you know, there's a learning curve for everything, and I'm happily admitting that I'm not perfect and that I don't know everything. It happens. Okay, sweeties, I just noticed that actually my mirror was like in the picture here the whole time. Yeah, learning curve. Okay, this is basically the collection. I'm super, super happy that I got to try this and that I'm getting to show you this. I'm super excited that it is finally going to launch, and I hope it's going to be a super big success for Nomad Cosmetics, because Auntie and Felicia are amazing people. They're probably the nicest people that are available in the beauty world. That is just my personal experience with them. They have been so, so supportive and so, so sweet, and yeah, you don't find that a lot. Just saying. So please check out, of course, this beautiful collection. I'm not 100% sure right now when I'm filming this if this is going to be a bundle or if you can also have it separately. I have no idea. You will have to check it out by yourself, but that is what it is. Also, right now, I do not know a price. That is also, of course, something that you will have to check online. All right, beyond that, I also want to add something, because actually in the launch of the last one, the Tropical Islands palette, I forgot to actually tell you in my review video that as Nomad Cosmetics, they are donating a certain amount of the proceeds to a turtle rescue or something like that, you know? So this time, and now I don't have it in front of me, I wish I could read this to you, but I think I read somewhere on their posts or somewhere that they're actually donating a certain amount of the proceeds for a bee rescue, you know? And that is so cool. I think that is so important, because I think we all know what will happen if we don't have bees around, you know, and that they're actually in danger. That's just incredible in a very bad way. So I think it is super nice that Nomad Cosmetics is doing that. They're always trying to do good, and that is wonderful. Okay, sweeties, I hope I didn't give you now wrong information, but I had to film this so I can be ready, and you know, so that is what it is. So sweeties, please check out Nomad Cosmetics, check out this launch, of course, and maybe you also know that I do have a discount code with Nomad Cosmetics. If you want to use it, feel free to do so, or use someone else's. That is also fine. I am really loving this brand, and I'm super excited to work with them, and maybe you will too. Once you've tried this brand one time, you will probably be hooked. Just saying. Okay, sweetie, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, because I would love to have you here. Check out my description box for, of course, all the links to social media, ways to support my channel, and also all my discount codes that I do have with the different brands. And I shall see you here super soon for my next video. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.